Hello. We have a visitor. Isn't she cute? Okay, goodbye. Hello people, my name is Sylvia. Welcome to a new video, and today I'm going to film a book haul. And if you don't know, these books, some are gathered from end of last year into now, or all of them are from sometime the end of last year till now. It's mostly manga because I got into manga again after years of not reading manga. So I did some damage. And then I have some other books that is not manga. So I think I will start. I don't know what to start with. Start with these one. And that was not all of them. It was just I couldn't get them off the ground. So I'm starting with the mangas. The first one is volume 1 to 3 of Shaman King by Hiyuki Takei. Sorry if I mispronounced that. This is about shamans and entering this competition to become Shaman King, and it's really fun. I really enjoyed it. I watched the anime years ago, and I know that this one is a little bit darker in it than the anime, so I'm looking forward to reading and rereading most of this manga, and I decided I wanted to collect the omnibuses, and we have this one on the back, on the spine, and it's so cool. Then we have Fullmetal Alchemist volume 7 to 9. This one I have not read yet. Some of these mangas I have read, and some of them I have not. I have not reread this. I don't remember if I actually managed to get to this part of the manga when I read it. So it might be new content for me, or it might not. I have watched some of the anime, so I do know a little of what's going on, but otherwise it's completely news for me. And this is about two brothers who, after one of them losing their leg and their arm, and the other one losing their body and has to be in soul, or their soul has to be in this suit of armor. They're trying to find the Philosopher's Stone to get their body back. There's a lot more going on than that, but I don't want to go into details. And I love this series, and I love these two brothers. They're so cool. The next one is volume 7 to 9 of Naruto by Masashi Kishimoto. I have read this one many times, just not in English. So these I have most of the Naruto manga in Danish, but I haven't read them in English, so I'm collecting the omnibuses for the English one, so I can reread them in English. I'm looking very forward to this. This is about a boy who has a demon trapped inside him. He dreams of becoming someone called a Hokage, who is like the most powerful shinobu of them all, and I love this story. It's one of my favorite stories, so I'm looking forward to rereading this at some point. The next two I have also already read, and that is One Piece volume 4 to 6 and volume 7 to 9. This is one of my comfort series. Naruto is also one of my comfort series, and I have just recently reread these omnibuses. I have read, again, like Naruto, most of One Piece in Danish, and now I'm going to pick them up and reading them in English. And this is about a boy who wants to become the pirate king. He goes out into the world to gather a crew to find the one treasure who was hidden by the former pirate king, which is called One Piece. Next one was a Christmas present from my boyfriend, and that is Noragami Stray Guard. This is omnibus 1 to 3, and I have watched most of the anime of this one, but I have never read the manga. So I decided to put this on my wish list, and it got it. This one is massive compared to the normal mangas, if you can see. And I don't know why, but that's just kind of funny. But I can not explain because I don't remember much of what this is about, but I can read on the back here. Yato is a homeless god. He doesn't even have a shrine, not to mention worshippers. So to achieve his ambitious goal, he set up a service to help those in need for a small fee, hoping that he will eventually raise enough money to build himself a lavish temple of his dreams. Of course, he cannot afford to be picky, so Yato accepts all kinds of jobs, from fighting doors kidding to help students overcome bullies at school. And there's so much more going on than that, but I'm looking so much forward to reading this. Then we have volume 7 of Fairy Tale by Hugh Machina. I am slowly collecting these volumes of Fairy Tale, and Fairy Tale is also one of my comfort reads or comfort series, because I have watched most of the anime, but I have not read the manga, so I decided to start picking them up so I can read them. And this is about a girl named Lucy who joins this wizard guild called Fairy Tale, and all the adventures they go on, and it's so good. I love it. Then we have a Record of the Grand Quest War, original story by Ryo Mizuno, story and art by Makoto Yotsuba, and character design by Miyu. And I don't remember if I hold this volume, because I know I hold volume 2, because I accidentally bought volume 2 instead of volume 1. So here's volume 2. I can't really explain much about what this is about because it's a new series for me, but I will read the back. In a world where the noble elite is supposed to defend off the threat of terrifying chaos, but instead engage in pointless, petty squabbles, young maids Siluka Miletus dreams of bringing justice to the land. When tragedy strikes during a wedding that would bring together the Fantasia Union and the Factory Alliance, Silkula must find herself with no choice but to forge a new future for the world. With the aid of few, a knight errant with great potential, she will go against the world order to achieve peace through the magical power of Crest, and Theo soon finds out that her methods are more than a little unorthodox. Sounds interesting. Then we have 2 more omnibuses, and that is omnibus 1 to 3 and 1 4 to 6 of Yu-Gi-Oh! By Kazuki Takahashi. I have watched most of the anime of Yu-Gi-Oh! Since I was a kid, and now I just have decided that I want to read the anime. Read the manga. I have read a little bit of the manga in Danish, but now I'm collecting these English omnibuses, so hopefully I can get to this soon. I'm so excited to start this journey. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Difficult to explain. It's about boy who uh, loved games, and when he inherits his puzzle from his grandpa, he managed to put the puzzle together and finds out there's a spirit inside this puzzle. And this has very to do mostly with the card game Yu-Gi-Oh, if you're familiar with that. But there, in the beginning, there is other types of games that they have to go through, and that spirit is helping winning those games. I don't know if I've explained that correctly. I have never tried explaining Yu-Gi-Oh in English, so it's just hope you can. I'm excited to finally read these ones. Then we have Magi by Shinobu Otaka, which is I've seen the beginning of the anime, and I have long wanted to try to read the manga, and it's hard to explain this, so I will read off the back. Deep within the desert lies a mysterious dungeon, west stores of riches, therefore the taking by anyone lucky enough to find them and brave enough to enter into the depths, for from where few have ever returned. Plucky young adventurer Aladdin means to find the dungeons and their riches, but Aladdin may be just as mysterious as the treasures he seeks. Together with the Jinn Ugo and his friend Ali Ababa, Aladdin sets out to find his fortune in the deep, endless dunes. And my cat is playing with something. Can you stop that? Sorry. The next five mangas in the same series, and that is 1 to 5 of Demon Slayer. And this is a newer series for me. I have started to watch the anime a long time ago, but I never continued for one reason or another. I don't know. But I have already read all 5 of those that I currently own, and this is about a boy who loses his family to a demon. When his only remaining sister is turned into a demon, he is very adamant to find a cure for her, and he trains to become a demon slayer in order to find that cure and avenge his family. It's really, really good. I have so much fun reading this one, and the kitten is still playing with something in the background, so I apologize for the background noise. She has zoomies right now, so yeah. And the final manga I have already also read, and that is Elden Ring, Volume 1, and this is a parody for the game Elden Ring, and Elden Ring, though I haven't played the game, is one of my favorite games. So I had picked this up for shits and giggles, and I had a lot of shits and giggles, and it was so much fun, and I'm looking forward to getting the next volume of this series. So onward to the books. I have a fine stack over here, as you can see. And I will start from the top, because that is the easiest way to do. So the first one I have is In a Garden, Burning Gold by Rory Power. This one came out a few years ago. I don't remember when. In 2022, yes, a few years ago. So I had been interested in it, and I decided I wanted to get it. It says here, Rhea and her twin brother Lexus has spent an eternity using cunning and magic to help rule their small, unstable country. Rhea controls the season and shows favor to their most loyal stewards with bountiful harvest and short winters, while Lexus keep the tide strong and impossible to maintain the country's border. Ranging over them both is their father, who holds the dominion over death, using his most powerful weapon, fear, to keep the people and his children in line. For 100 years, Rhea and Lexus been each other's only ally, defending themselves, their younger sibling, against their father's increasingly unpredictable anger, while also trying to keep up the appearances of unity and prosperity within their borders. Now, with the independent movements gaining ground, other nations juggle for power, and their father's iron grip weakening, the twins must take matters into their own hands to keep the world from crashing down around them. But as Rhea and Lexus travel around the world's security of their home to try to save their family, they begin to draw their very different conclusions about their father's style of rule. And if the siblings are not careful, they will end up facing each other on the battlefield. That sounds so interesting. I believe it's adult. I am not completely sure. I am excited to read this at some point. The next one is Dune Messiah by Frank Herbert. This is the second book in the Dune series. Have I read the first one? No, but I wanted the matching copy or my copy of Dune Messiah to match my Dune. I have to match this one, so yeah, I got it. The next one is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sun Lin Tan. This is a book that came out a few years ago, but I have been interested in it so long, and when I went to the bookstore one day, I just decided to buy it, and I'm looking forward to reading it. It is a duology, so it should be fast to read this if I enjoy this one and the second one. It says here, raised on the moon, Xing Yin was unaware that she was being hidden from the celestial emperor who exiled her mother for stealing the elixir of immortality. But when her magic flares and reveals her, Xing Yin is forced to flee her home, leaving her mother behind. Alone, powerless, and afraid, Xing Yin makes her way to the celestial kingdom and a land of wonder and secrets. In disguise, she trains alongside the Emperor's son, mastering archery and magic despite the passion which flames between them. Vowing to rescue her mother, Xingyin embarks on a quest confronting legendary creatures, vicious enemies, but when forbidden magic threatens the kingdom, Xingyin must challenge the ruthless emperor, leaving her torn between losing all she loved or plunging the realm into chaos. And that sounds so interesting. I also love this cover. It's gorgeous. So, next one was also one I got from the bookstore one day, and that is The Last Dragon King by Leah Stone. This is a fantasy romance, and I was like, I have heard good things about the series, not as good things about the first one, but I'm still waiting to give the first one a go. And it says here, the Dragon King is looking for a wife. The news causes a frenzy for the women in my village. The king will be sending out the royal guard to bring women and of childbearing age to his castle in Jade City. There is only one requirement. His wife-to-be must carry enough magic to produce an heir for him. I know I won't be chosen. I'm only a human with a mere 10% dragon magic lineage. But for some reason, the magic sniffers command me to present myself to the king as possible wife. I am ready to go to Jade City until my mother tells me a terrifying secret. A secret that could get myself killed by the king himself. So that sounds very interesting. So I'm looking forward to reading this somewhere. It's not that long. It's only like 342 pages. So it's not that long. The next one I also got in a bookstore, and that is The Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha Chusuli. I have heard a lot of things about this and put was interested in it, and when I saw it, oh my god, I didn't even know this. Look at this. That is so stunning. 10 women, a deadly contest, only one can win the Sun King's heart. And I'm looking forward to see if this is any good. I have heard both good and bad things about it, so I'm excited to see where I land with this. It's also a fantasy romance. And the last one I got from the bookstore, at least, is A Curse of Salt by Sarah Street. This one I have never heard about. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. I haven't heard about it anywhere. And when I saw it, I was like, that sounds kind of interesting. And then I read the back, and I kind of guessed on the cover that it would take place on the ocean. But when I read the back, I got more intrigued, and then I bought it. And it said, in a kingdom that fears the sea, Rhea Lucroy longs to be brave. Bodies are watching ashore, and everyone knows who's to blame. Legends of the heartless king shroud the continent in fear. They call him a pirate, a monster, a god. When his mercenary raid her father's merchant ship, Rhea's family is faced with a horrifying demand: their father's life spared in exchange for one of his daughters. Determined to save her sisters, Rhea launches herself into the world of pirates. Face to face with the heartless king, he finds he is far more than a story is told, shrouded in shadow and bowed to the sea by centuries-old codes. As their chemistry blooms into something more, Rhea must battle men and monsters alike, only to discover that some curses aren't so easy to break. That sounds so interesting, and I'm so looking forward to reading it again. It's a shorter book, so hopefully I can read it quickly one day. Let's see how many. Around the same as the other one I talked about. The next one was a pre-order, and that is Lucero, part of the Nocturna trilogy, and this is the final book in that trilogy. And I'm so excited to start this at some point because I love the two first books, and I'm looking so much forward to see how this is going to end. And I won't tell you what this is about because this is the last book in the series, but the first one, you're following a prince and a thief, and when you have to work together to save the kingdom from an ancient evil, and it's really, really good and very underrated in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to see how the story is going to end. The next one is Feybound by Sarah L. Arifi. This is the December Fairyloot Adult. This is going to be my last Fairyloot Adult for at least a while. I'm trying to save money since I've just moved, and I decided to cut down on those. I also decided a little bit that I just needed a break. So for now, I have put them on pause. But this one is stunning. As far as I know, it's about two elven girls. Who is exiled from their home and then find the fake court. Look at this, it's so stunning. So that is very, very interesting concept. I have heard bad things about it, but I'm still going to give it a try. I love these sprayed edges, and I love the end pages. I will try to see if I can show you. And it's signed also. I have another book by this author that I want to try, so I didn't really plan to get another book by the author before I like try them and seen if I like them. But it's okay. I'm looking forward to read it nonetheless. Almost done. I only have 3 books left, and all the 3s are some kind of variation of dragon fantasy. So the first 2 is a part of a series, and that is The Dark Secret and The Brightest Night by T. Sutherland, and this is the 4th and 5th book in the first arc of the Wings of Fire series, and I have already read this one. I had another copy, but it was a lot more taller paperback, and it didn't match with my other copies of the series. So I unhauled that, and after years later, I have finally gotten this one, and then I decided to buy this one on the side. I am still needing to read this one, but hopefully I can get onto that too. I have been considering rereading the first 4 books just to get up to speed, and I'm looking forward to it. This is about dragons, where you're following a group of 5 dragons that have been prophesied to end the war and save the kingdom, and but they have been hidden for many years in a cave, and when they finally escape this cave, there's a lot of things that they don't know about the world, and it's really, really good. And from each book, you're following each of the 5 dragons, and I'm so looking forward to see how this first arc is going to end, and yeah. And then I might continue on. It's pretty long series, but they are not that long, and they're easy to read. Are they considered middle grade or young YA? I don't know. But they are really, really good. And the last book I have is the illustrated edition of Aragon by Christopher Pellolini. I have read Aragon on Danish many years ago, and I loved the book, and I want to reread it in English at some point, but when I saw that an illustrated edition was coming out, I couldn't help myself but pre-order it, because look at this. It's so pretty, and that is not the only thing. Look at this. It's so stunning, and I'm so looking forward to rereading this one again. It's so pretty. So Aragon is, you're following this young farm boy who just thinks that he's going to have a normal life, that he's going to be drafted into the army of the king when he comes of age. When he finds and hatches a dragon, the dragons that are thought to be extinct, he has to go on this quest to save the kingdom from this tyrannical king, and it's really, really good. I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm really excited, and ride the dragon, inherit the legend, it says on the back. It's so stunning. I can't wait to read this copy. So yes. So that was a book that I've hauled from the end of last year and until now. I have sadly, from my bank account, more books coming, but that is for another day, because I couldn't wait, and I have a few books pre-ordered that will be coming and stuff like that, but you will see that in another book haul at another time. But I hope that you enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, comment something, everything of that is free, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.